Welcome to the newest installment of the Untitled Film Nerd Project. My name is Philip, and joining me as always is Mr. Himself, Teacher.
Hello.
Like my new nickname for you?
Thank
you. So when you play along. Awesome. And for this episode, we watched Tomb Raider, the 2018 reboot, remake version. Before we get into it, spoiler warning now. If you want to avoid spoilers, skip ahead to the time code you see on the screen. So let's get into the cast and crew rundown. See if I can do this. This was directed by Rua Uta, a Norwegian director that I don't recognize at all. Fun fact, I actually looked up how to pronounce his name.
Oh, okay.
Because it looks like Roar Uthog. It does. His name is spelled like Roar. R-O-A-R. Like what a lion does. But it's Rua. Rua Uta. So, yay. And if I'm butchering it, hey, I tried. So.
Meanwhile, he's like, but my name is Roar.
It's pronounced Roar, Utog. It's pronounced how a uncultured American would say it. Duh. Sheesh. What's wrong with you Americans? Lara Croft was played by Alicia Vikander. She is a Swedish actress. She is from Ex Machina. She won the Academy Award for The Danish Girl. And as we referenced on the last podcast, you know her from Anna Karenina. Richard Croft was played by Dominic West, who's been in a ton of stuff. But he was in The Awakening, that ghost story that we liked. Punisher Warzone, Hannibal Rising, 300, etc., 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 etc. He's been in so much stuff. Matthias Vogel was played by Walton Goggins, who I affectionately call Clint Howard Jr. That's what he looks like to me. He has been in Maze Runner Death Cure, which I still need to watch. The Hateful Eight, Django Unchained, and on and on and on and on and on and on. He's been in a lot of stuff.
And I know him from, I think it's Justified?
Yes, he's the
TV series?
Yep. I think Richard Croft is in the TV remake or whatever of Les Mis.
Oh, okay.
Playing Jean Valjean. So, throw that in there as well. Anna Miller was played by Kristen Scott Thomas, who's been in a ton of stuff as well. Like Golden Compass, Other Boleyn Girl, Only God Forgives, which I still need to see. The only other notable main actor is Lou Ren, was played by Daniel Wu, who was in Geostorm. So
okay.
That should make you happy. He was in the Warcraft movie as Gul'dan, which I need to watch that now because, or Gul'dan, however you want to pronounce it, is an awesome character in the lore. He's really awesome. And he was also in Europa Report.
To be fair, I also want to see that movie, Warhammer, or Warcraft.
I'm going to leave it in now. Warhammer. Ugh. How are we friends? I want to fire you for the podcast for like the 50th time. I'm not even paying you, so I can't really fire you. You're fired for something you don't get paid for. Ha ha ha. Take that. More free time. And then in a small cameo role was Nick Frost, who is an Edgar Wright regular. Shaun of the Dead, World's End, etc., 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 etc. So that is cast and crew rundown, unless you have anyone else to add.
No, I know I've seen The Lawyer in a ton of stuff, but I can't recall any of it right now.
Saw who?
The Lawyer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Another famous British actor, I believe. No offense to the British lawyer guy. You're also a huge name, but he's also... I feel now I need to look him up because I'm going to feel bad. Like, one day he's going to watch this and be like, you left me out. I don't know why he would talk like that because he's obviously British and... Get off my lawn, you varmints. Mr. Yaffe? Derek Jacobi, yes. I believe is who that is. Gladiator, Underworld, Gosford Park, Secret of Nim. God, that's going back. So...
and it's Underworld that I remember him from.
Yeah, it was Corvinus. Yep, good call. Anyone else?
Nope.
That I should feel bad that I didn't include on the podcast.
Nope, I think that's it.
All right, so let's get into our initial thoughts. I am, as I said in last week's show and prepping, and saying that we're going to do Tomb Raider this week, I am a huge Tomb Raider fan. I played the original on one of the Sega systems. I was showing my friend earlier all the Tomb Raider games I have. I'm such a huge Tomb Raider fan that I even played Angel of Darkness. So If people know that one, yeah, that was horrible, but I played it because I love Tomb Raider. I've been playing Tomb Raider since like 95, 96, 94, I don't know, mid-90s. While not a perfect movie, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was highly entertained.
Yeah, the non-Tomb Raider parts I thought were really
Mm-hmm.
but the Tomb Raider parts were spot on.
Mm-hmm.
I love that this basically is new Lara Croft, like the new reboot of the game.
Yes.
Instead
yes.
of cartoony, giant
big boobs.
Yeah, big boobs, giant rack, Angelina Jolie version. Which she did a good job. I thought she did a good job too.
And hers fit
the time.
The Tomb Raider that was.
Yes. Exactly. This one was very true to the modern Tomb Raider by Square Enix. So I kind of thought even at 2 hours long, it could have been longer.
Yeah.
I thought her.
Totally agree.
I thought her backstory could have been fleshed out a little bit more. And the Tomb Raider parts, I was grinning.
I could have done with more of her guerrilla fighting style that she had going on in the game.
Yeah. I like that they used that.
Yes. I just could have done with more.
Like they used her sneaking up on somebody and like choking them out.
Uh-huh.
She does that in the game. That's awesome. So much stuff from the game made it into the movie, and it's almost like that the director or the writer, whoever, was a fan and really wanted to make a true to the game, true to the modern game version of Tomb Raider. Not really familiar with Alicia, but she was a great Lara Croft.
Yeah,
I liked her.
I thought she did fantastic, and she, it was even one of the moments that is subtle, but I thought, she does a good action star was when was taken off running after the explosion, and before the explosion when she was chasing after Vogel.
Yes.
And she just darted off running, and like I could see her carrying an entire franchise with this character.
Yeah. I kind of hope they do, because they clearly set it up at the end, which I wrote my notes about that. I was like, are they going to do this? Yes, they are. Awesome. So yeah, those are my initial thoughts. It was an enjoyable ride. I liked it.
I was highly entertained all the way through. I mean, it was exactly what I was hoping for. I mean, this is Indiana Jones has always set the bar for these type of treasure hunting movies, but I've been a big fan of these type of movies for a long time. Like even before, well, it's debatable if it was before, but what is this? Alan Quartermain.
Okay.
Was another
right.
adventuring, treasure hunting character that had movies, and I loved those.
Okay.
And just like the video games, I would love to see more.
I know of Alan Quartermain, but I never watched any. So you have more of an extensive treasure hunting movie background.
But just like you have more of a background on the video game, because
right.
The new Tomb Raider was the only Tomb Raider I ever played.
Oh, okay. I've played, I think, every single one. Oh, no, I haven't played Rise. I haven't played Rise of the Tomb Raider. Haven't had time. I do own it, but I haven't had time. Bad Tomb Raider fan. Let's go to our breakdowns. Awkward transitions. What was your favorite scene?
You go first, because I have to think on it.
Yeah, I need to think for a second, too. While we're thinking what I like about this, since you brought it up, is that all the breakdowns and the entire movie really are going to be from two different points of view.
Yes.
We have the common ground of the Tomb Raider reboot that we both played, but then you have your extensive treasure hunting movie perspective, and I have years and years of playing Tomb Raider perspective, so it's going to be kind of cool.
I guess my favorite part is Laura's first kill.
Okay.
When she was wrestling around with dude, and it ended up with her just drowning the guy.
Yeah. And I like that she sold it like, oh my god, I just killed a dude.
Yeah.
But it was the perfect amount of, what did I just do, but I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't like a weepy mess, but she was still clearly, unsettled.
She was affected by it, but at the same time knowing there's jobs to be done.
Yeah, she had to do what she had to do. It was, her or him. So, this is hard because the Tomb Raider moments were so good. I guess I'm gonna go with it. This is hard because there's a couple. It's like neck and neck. It's gonna be a tie. It's gonna have to be a tie. The shipwreck part. That was when the movie first felt like Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And when she jumped up and was monkey barring across. Like, it was even shot like Tomb Raider. I'm saying, I'm like, can this be Tomb Raider now? You know, like we're half hour in.
Yeah.
I don't care that. I mean, I care about your backstory with your dad. I don't care that you're like a bike messenger or bike carrier or whatever. And the paint race, I don't care about any of that. When stuff started going down and she started going into survival mode, I was like, this is Lara Croft. This is the new Lara Croft. Awesome. In second place, because then it really felt like Tomb Raider, and I could see us with the control in our hands, getting ready to time the motions to the buttons we needed to press so she didn't die, was the airplane part.
Yes.
From her going down the river to getting on the plane to it dropping, the whole entire... That was a nice sequence that really felt like we were playing Tomb Raider.
Yes.
Now, granted, the ending when she was running out of the tomb did as well. That's another... We'd have to time the button presses to not get squashed by rocks. The airplane part was the first one. And like the overhead shot of her hanging, and it was just, and then she grabs the parachute and falls, and that's just, the whole thing was, it played just like the video game, and I had a big grin on my face. I'm like, this is so cool. Okay, we're in good hands. Awesome.
And I loved her reaction on the plane when she's just like, really?
Yeah. So there was a lot of suspending, your disbelief and all that, but you have to remind yourself you're watching a video game adaptation. So,
yeah, exactly.
At the same time, it's, let it go. And you will never hear me sing that fucking song again. Fuck Frozen. Moving on. Random Disney anger. Comes out of nowhere. All right. What was your holy shit moment?
Because there was a lot. Probably the boat wreck scene, which was also the holy shit moment from the video game too.
Right. Yeah.
Was just the entire oh shit. That
was really well done. Like, there's another good scene. The scene with her stealthing through the camp.
Yeah.
That was so modern Tomb Raider. With her bow and arrow. That was perfect. Like, it's hard to pick. But we're not my favorite scene anymore. I had to throw it in there. It's like, there's another good scene. I think my holy shit moment is when we realized that Himiko had locked herself in, and that it was a disease, not magic, and she just happened to be immune.
Which is what, like she said, it's how they would have interpreted it
exactly
as magic.
Yeah,
I was kind of thinking, like, even before that reveal happened, when they showed her tomb and they built a house and everything, I'm like, they're treating this bitch really well for burying her alive.
How the hell we did it, we can't tell you because it's in the bottom of a freaking cave.
Oh, look, we locked the door. Oops.
The door the door that's like 100 feet in the air.
Yes.
Like, I don't... Okay. It's Tomb Raider, so you have to let it go.
Yeah.
I'm not singing it again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was my holy shit moment, was finding out the reveal. So that was really cool. I thought it was...
And excellent, yeah.
Really smart take. If any, mediocre moment.
Oh, there is. That entire intro. The bike thing. Like, I was digging the boxing fight that she had going on, but then, just the bike, and I'm like, unless she's biking on the jungle, I don't see where this is going to be all that relevant.
And it was not.
Yeah, and I'm just... The intro to the video game was so strong.
Yes.
And I'm just like, you could have totally gone with that. With the second reveal at the very end, I kind of understand why you went a long way around. But you had it on a silver platter. A solid, fantastic intro.
Yeah, I will concur. It was completely unnecessary. It was 20 minutes of no. Like, I get we're establishing her that she can't fight the badass MMA chick. Okay. So, but then I'm supposed to believe that you can fight. These are like mercenaries. She can take out these mercenary dudes, but not the other person in the ring. The fight scenes, as we said, were awesome. But yeah, I concur. Minor nitpick, mediocre moment I want to add is if you're on an island for 7 years, you're not going to have perfectly white teeth.
No.
That stuff bugs me all the time. It's like in Pirates of the Caribbean, you're a pirate. You're going to have nasty teeth because you're a freaking pirate.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a nitpick, mediocre moment. It happens all the time, but I concur with yours as well. The unnecessary beginning was indeed mediocre. All right, if any, LOL moment.
I guess what I already brought up. I mean, it was a small LOL, but when she was going through the entire sequence of the plane, and she was just,
okay, right.
Really? You're gonna throw more shit my way?
Right. The only one that made me chuckle was when Matthias said, "I'm running out of floor."
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of like, tee. But that's really about it. There wasn't a lot on humor.
No.
It wasn't like, it was lighthearted action, but it wasn't like comedy action. And that's all for our breakdowns. Anything else you want to add? You want to go to my notes?
Notes is fun.
All right, Philip's notes. So first I wrote, why would you unleash Himiko at all? This is in the beginning, though. This is the very first note I had when the dad was going after the tomb. And so I thought the dad was going to, like, wake her up. And I thought to myself, what are you doing that for? That's stupid. Dummy. But no, didn't. Can I please, I want to buy Lara Croft's abs.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not into the ladies, but wow. Yeah. Wow. Alicia, wow. 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 I'm going to, after the podcast, I'm just going to cry and eat some donuts. Why don't I have abs? No. I wrote in the beginning, I said it was a weird backstory. I just, like, it was just, not only the music was not weird, but it was just almost ill-fitting.
Yes, I'll agree.
Of the Tomb Raider. I guess they were trying to do like a modern version of Lara, and I can respect that. But the first 20 minutes were just so forced and unnecessary, so I wrote that as well. We'll beat that dead horse. I said it earlier, but I wrote that I liked that they modeled her after the new games.
Yes.
Once she was on the boat, we finally got the tank top with the arm. We got Lara Croft with the bluish tank top, and
which, again, thrown out, kudos to the makers of the new Tomb Raiders that you gave her a normal body.
Yes, thank you.
That would make sense with the things that she's having to do.
Which is interesting, being a gay dude, having played Tomb Raider since the mid-90s. You would think I'm in like, hey, yeah, honk honk. But no, it was a fun game. Yeah. There was duds here and there, but there were fun games. And where you like enjoyed watching treasure hunting, I enjoyed playing it. And Tomb Raider was just done so well. This is another mediocre thing. When she opened up her father's secret study office place, amazingly no dust after 7 years. Again, it's nitpicky, but come on. And I get it's Tomb Raider, and I'll be that's the qualifier. I get it's Tomb Raider, but at the same time, come on, Tomb Raider has dust in it. And then I thought it was kind of funny. Let me just get on this boat alone with a stranger, and it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is where I thought you could have taken the 20 minutes. I think this movie could have been 2.5 hours long. Take the crappy 20 minutes out, fill it in with some intro from the game, as you said, which I completely agree with. Make the relationship between Lou and Lara more organic, I guess. And all you needed was maybe like another minute or two of convincing. Not I'm gonna take my boot off. Here's some money. What's in the other boot? Now we're on the boat. It was just kind of like,
Yeah, and also to go along with what you're saying, like, I found it annoying that she's like, I found the location of my father. I want to go here and get this boat, but I'm not going to use any of the means of the huge fortune that I have at my disposal to secure a boat.
I get they were pushing the she wants to be her own person narrative.
Yeah.
But yeah, they flew you out on a helicopter.
Yeah.
You could have flown a helicopter in. That's all we're saying.
Or, you wouldn't have to, like, hack your jewelry that has such personal value to you.
Yeah. Just sign the papers so the clear villain can sink her claws in.
And the paper signing was kind of a mediocre moment for me, too, and it's not just this, it's several movies where it's just like, don't trust pushy lawyers that are just all about, here, there's no reason to read this at all. Just sign the paper.
Well, didn't she say earlier that the lawyer could go over the particulars with her?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
But
she's like, no, I have a key.
even then, I was just like,
Yeah, oh
there's
yeah.
setup going on.
Yes, yep. Clear villain is very, very obvious. I found myself saying oof a lot. She'd be like, bam, bam, fall. I'd be like, oof. Ugh. Like, just the, when she was parachuting and she landed on the ground.
And then when she ended up with that piece of wood stuck in her
I
side.
wrote, don't pull it out yet. You need peyote.
Yeah, I was like, Girl from Revenge would be able to help you out with this.
We learned that. If you ever get impaled by anything, you have to have peyote. So, that's a life hack. After she killed the dude by drowning him in the puddle of water, I wrote, loot his body. He had guns, and probably he had a walkie-talkie. And another mediocre thing, I'm sure glad after being on the island for 7 years that Daddy Croft's glasses aren't at all broke.
Yes.
They look brand new-ish. Come on now. Come on. Matthias apparently spent 7 years just randomly blowing shit up on the island. That was kind of weird. Like, shouldn't you have a plan? It was just funny to me.
I did like him as a bad guy.
Yeah, I wanted him to die.
Uh-huh.
Especially after he took them captive and shot the one dude.
Yep.
I was like, I cannot wait for her to kill you. And that is a sign of A, decent writing, and B, playing your character really well. I agree. When she was going back to the camp before she did her awesome stealthy shit, but when she ran from like Daddy's cave to the camp, I was kind of thinking to myself, how do you know which way to go?
Yeah.
Crashed and then parachuted and then happened to find your dad, which again, Tomb Raider, sing the song. And yeah, so I was kind of perplexed about that. Thought to myself, maybe walk slower through the tomb. They're just like, do. This is after the spike trap.
Yeah.
That I wrote this. I'm like, you just saw a dude get impaled by a spike. Maybe watch what you're doing.
And like when he's like, that was meant to keep people in. How would you know that?
Yeah, that was...
Spike trap is kind of works both ways.
Yeah, that was probably mediocre line. I didn't put it down in my notes, but I thought the same thing. Like, that doesn't make any sense. How do you know that? They obviously it's supposed to keep you out because you triggered it going in.
Yeah.
Unless I missed something. So, yeah. Mediocre line in the movie right there.
But yeah, I mean, the entire mercenary crew was clumsy as shit.
Oh, they were your stereotypical goons. Yeah, you had the one bad guy and then all the goons who are just body fodder for whatever's going on. In this case, the tomb. At first, I didn't understand why did they go in? Because I thought his job was just to find the door and open it. And then the company would come in, Trinity, would come in and retrieve the asset. But apparently he needed to get her finger or something. I don't know.
What you said would have made more sense for the company.
Something that's that valuable? Why would you send Clint Howard Jr. in just to get it? That doesn't make any sense. And then when he said, prepare her, Himiko, for transport, I wrote, how the hell are you going to get out of there?
Yeah.
You've just, destroyed, you have no floor. You have the edges of a floor, I guess. But, I mean, it worked out. I loved the Tomb Raider bits. The pickaxe was there.
Yes.
And it looked like the pickaxe. I loved the bow and arrow parts were perfect. The spinny traps, like the long log things with the spikes that spun down.
Yep.
Straight out of Tomb Raider. As we said earlier, the choking the dude out was Tomb Raider. The boat airplane scenes the boat was straight out of Tomb Raider. The airplane scene was out of Tomb Raider. This felt like a Tomb Raider movie.
Well, and also more of the fight scenes between her and the random mercenaries. At no point did it play out like she was invincible and had plot armor.
Yeah.
She was taking hits. She was being thrown around.
I mean, in fairness, though, the mercenary people were really shitty shots.
Oh, yeah. Stormtrooper.
Yes. Like, if you were a minor character, you probably got hit. But, that machine guns were firing right at her and missed. I'm like, eh. But again, it's Tomb Raider, so.
Yeah.
I thought when Daddy Croft got the disease on him, I said, cut off your arm. There wasn't the pickaxe right there. Just cut off your arm. You might be okay, never know. And then later, when she was fighting with Matthias, I wrote, Lara's natural enemy, the rear naked choke. because everyone did that to her. It was like her big moment in the movie was like overcoming this move because she got choked out in the beginning. But I did like it when she busted out some MMA, when she put him in the triangle choke. Oh, it's one of my favorite moves. They do it in wrestling. It's one of my favorite transition moves from MMA to wrestling, is the triangle choke. I like it, and I thought it was really cool. Kind of had to look at a mini like yay moment because I like that move a lot. Again, another Tomb Raider moment, the jumping ice pick spot, where she leapt with the ice pick and leapt the chasm. Very cool. I like that she didn't get out of the cave free and clear.
Yeah.
It did crash down on her, but she had a very convenient Lara-sized hole.
Yes.
That she was in. So, again, yeah, okay. And then I wrote Lara versus Trinity, in parentheses, sequels, which this is before anything was revealed. I loved how they slowly made her Lara Croft in the way that first, it's like she had to earn her stripes.
Yes.
So they had her do the Lara Croft stuff, and then at the end when she's signing the papers, she has the Lara Croft ponytail. I fanboyed so hard. I was like, yes, there it is. And then she has the Lara Croft guns.
Yep.
It was the perfect cherry on top. It's like, here, we're going to give you Lara Croft, and we're going to christen her with Lara Croft at the very end. Instead of, like, blowing your wad with it. Like, she has the ponytail, she has the guns, and she's a badass. No, she earned her stripes in this movie. And she earned her ponytail, and she earned those guns. So, yes. And those are my notes for Tomb Raider.
Something else that I was going to bring up that I hope if there is sequels, that they touch on some of the little things that they put in there, like the potential another love interest with the dude that worked at the restaurant, which I guess that was another LOL moment right there.
Kinda. Again, but it was in the first 20 minutes, which was just, all of it was unnecessary. Yes, she's sexy. Okay. We don't need, like, you know, random guy in restaurant with his family to get hit in the head because he didn't ask her out. So that could have been another mediocre moment, but that encompasses the first 20 minutes, which were the mediocre moments. So there are mediocre moments in the mediocre moment. All right. Anything else you want to add, or should we go into final thoughts?
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Here we go. I'd recommend it. It's a fun action movie. If you play Tomb Raider, watch it. I don't know if it's made for the fans, but there was a lot of fan service, and it was really true to the game. And as a huge Tomb Raider nerd, I loved it. It was just a lot of fun.
And even though I have not played as many of the games, comparing this to so many other video game adaptations, I'd say this is possibly one of the most faithful adaptations.
Oh, yeah.
To a game.
Yes. Yes.
And I would highly recommend it. It was extremely entertaining. And coming from the other viewpoint of someone that is a fan of treasure hunting movies, it was a good treasure hunting movie.
I would put it in the same category as, like, maybe the first two Resident Evils.
Yeah.
Well, especially 2. Resident Evil 2 had shots straight from the game.
Oh, yeah.
And this Tomb Raider just had shots that looked like they came straight from the game. And there's even the angles. So, yeah. Even if you like action movies, check it out.
Yes.
Get past the first 20 minutes, and you are good to go. Okay, so before we wrap it up, what did we learn?
I'm going to go with, we learned that if you're the Harris of a huge fortune, use a little bit of it to buy a fucking plane ticket. You know, I get you're trying to strike out on your own, but, you know, there's better times to do that. I'm throwing air quotes up there, too.
Nice. I guess I learned that if you're rich enough, you don't need to worry about dust, because after 7 years, your hidden fucking office is immaculate and dusted. And, yeah.
There's a hidden butler in there. Locked inside the fridge.
Oh my god. Let me out! Alright, spoilers are done. We are no longer spoiling the movie. Come back. Well, that wraps up this episode. Thank you for listening. Tell us what you thought of the movie in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? If you are a fan of Tomb Raider and you didn't like it, tell me why. But if you are a huge fan of Tomb Raider like I am, what was your favorite Tomb Raider part? I'm very curious. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Share it with your friends or cool people who might dig the podcast. And please subscribe to the channel, including hitting that notification bell, to stay up to date on the newest content. Speaking of, our next podcast will be on the movie Hereditary, which I'm really, really excited for. So until then, once again, my name is Philip.
And I'm TJ.
And we'll be back next time to talk about the movie Hereditary. Goodbye.
Bye.